What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally video for you guys today, and today we're going to do another request. We are going to do Battlefield 1. So, we're very much just going to run through all the settings real quick. We'll go through a little single player, and then I'll go and jump into a multiplayer too, because I'm sure people want to see how that runs as well. So, let's not waste any more time. We'll go sit next to the capture computer, go plug that capture computer cord in, and then we can get ourselves some screen recorded gameplay. And another thing I really gotta do is I really gotta go install Afterburner, just to give you guys a better little GUI menu for frames and clocks and all of that stuff. I'm glad they give us this stock one. It's nice to have something better than nothing, but it's nowhere near as good as Afterburner. I've just been too busy and having too much fun playing that thing, honestly. Plus, I was not really looking forward to having to install that all on touchscreen. But I can do it. If I have to, I'll put a frickin' keyboard and mouse hooked up to the damn thing to get that shit installed for you guys. But I just want better, I almost call it screen cap, but it's not screen cap. I just want better data for you guys, that's all. But anyway, no more time wasted. Into the game.
Well, all right. Let's look at the settings here real quick before we hop into the game. Now we're just going to do 1080p to start with here. And then we will also start off with campaign, and then we'll do a little multiplayer at the end with my settings. And if my settings don't work, then we'll just tone the settings down to something that hopefully will, and see how that does. That's the basic plan anyway. And we're also going to do 720p after this too, in campaign. And here you go, it's pretty much ultra, so unfortunately, unless you go to custom, it doesn't let you go through, so I guess we'll just go to custom for a second just to scroll through just for fun, but all the rest of the settings I won't be able to do this for. Anyway, that's the bottom, so it's time for us to go ahead and get into the game now. Starting out here with Ultra at 1080p here in the campaign. I just got picked one, and while it looks pretty nice, it sure as hell is not getting very playable FPS, at least as far as a first-person shooter is concerned. Now, there might be some people who could play like this, but I wouldn't want to, but I still wanted to see what it could do at Ultra anyway, so we'll play for a little while here. And then we'll move on to a more suitable setting, hopefully. Although, none might work at 1080p, who knows? Aha, I have hit you. I'm not very good with a controller, so I'm probably going to get absolutely destroyed. Alright, cool, I shot him. I'm getting my ass shot now, too. Alright, nice. Shot him in the head. Alright, hit him once. Oh, I missed him that time. Alright, nope. I'll die if I go out again. I got 5 life. Alright, let's get the fuck out of there. Fuck. Fuck you guys. Stop shooting me. I know I killed like 3 of your guys, but stop shooting me. No, they're not going to stop, are they? They want me dead. They must avenge their brethren. Oh, there's a damn sniper. Oh, I missed him by like a millimeter. Hit him once. Missed him again. Headshot. Damn straight. And with that, let's move on to the next setting. Well, now let's try toning it down to high graphics preset. And I didn't bother going to the basic screen because we're still at 1080p and I didn't change anything in there at all whatsoever. That's kind of how I do all my videos. If I don't change something in the screen, I don't bother showing it, you know? But unfortunately, this is as far as I can go. I can just show you high, so it is high, so let's get into the game and we'll see how high it does. So now let's try with some high graphics preset here, which still does not seem to be doing quite good enough as far as the FPS is concerned. Though it's getting closer. Man, it is not easy to aim. Got him. Oh, missed him. Got him once. Alright, well at least we took him down. Now let's get into cover before I die. We don't want to die, no way. You have too much armor. No fair. Okay, abort mission. Fuck that guy. Let's get out of here. Oh, how in the hell did I miss that? Got him that time. Now get out of here before I hit him with mortar shells. Anyway, let's move on. Let us now give medium a shot here. So again, all I can really do is show you that we are indeed on medium. I can't scroll through, but I'm pretty sure just like ultra, everything there is just on medium. Anyway, so let's get into the game now. So now here we go. We got medium now. Still looks pretty damn good, honestly. Getting much better FPS too. Now, obviously, I can't sit here and say it'll get 60 FPS no matter what in every solitary campaign mission, but at least in this particular one, where we've been trying to stick around and keep things fair for all the rest of the settings, it seems to be doing much better than the rest. But it probably will not be able to handle this online, I doubt, because there's going to be like hundreds of people and whatnot. But I'm still pretty sure we'll be able to get playable FPS. Probably not 1080p though, but hey, only time will tell. We'll have to wait till we get to that part of the video. Right now, we're still chilling and just having fun with the campaign, seeing how Campaign does. Campaign. I call it Hampaign. That's awesome. Gotta have some Hampaign up in here. Haha, I have shot you. What are you gonna do about it? Ah, I shot you again. Oh. Stop zigzagging. This is terrible. Well, at least I got that one. Oh, here comes that bastard again, though. Ah. Nope. Fuck you, dude. Alright, nope. We gotta get out of there. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm out. And alright, and now we will move on. Well, let us try low now and see how that does. This will honestly probably be the best for frames. Makes sense. And there we go. That's all we can show is just that it's on low. So no more wasting time. Back to the game we go. Well, alright guys, now let's try low out here. And it doesn't really look that great anymore, but what do we expect on low, right? We are definitely getting a lot more FPS now. We're getting more like a competitive shooter kind of person would want. We're well over 60 now. But again, this is just a single-player campaign. We'll have to wait and see what it's like in multiplayer. And I'm going to try my settings out. It's not going to go through every single conceivable setting in multiplayer. I don't really have time for that, especially because you got to wait to join lobbies since this thing's not exactly the, most hottest, latest, greatest game. You find a game that's got 64 people, and I just find those. There's like usually 2 or 3 servers running with about maxed out like that, and then I'll try to join them, and gotta wait usually for people that have priority over me. And then I get in, so it can take 10, 15, 20 minutes. Hell, it can be instant sometimes, but that's very rarely happened. I think that only happened to me once, and I was like, hell yeah. Ooh, nades. Let's go throw these around. This should be fun. Oops, I was trying to change my weapon. Oh. Well, they know I'm in there now. Fuck you guys. Aha, I throw more. And now I run. Oh shit, I didn't throw it up high enough. Oh well, I ain't gonna do shit to him. Now this one. Nope, he wasn't that close. I thought he was gonna come down here and try and get me. Oh well, moving on. Now we'll try my settings out. Now, these are just settings that I kind of fiddled around with and decided, hey, this is a pretty good gaming experience, so I figured I'd share them with people so anyone can just copy them and have fun. So I wanted to have some high texture and some high mesh just to make the game look good, and I put everything else on medium basically with some TAA anti-aliasing. And there we go, to the game. Now, here we go with my settings here. So let's just play for a little bit and we'll see what we get. I kind of wanted to have a balance between good graphics and decent frame rates. And I think I did a pretty good job, at least as far as campaign is concerned. I don't think these will work in multiplayer, but we'll still give them a shot once it comes time to do the multiplayer. But multiplayer is a whole nother bag of worms. And plus, I'm going to get my ass stomped into the ground. I'm not that great at these games anymore. I used to be alright back in the day, but I'm definitely not good anymore, and I am not great at all with a controller, so I'm pretty sure I'm fighting against 99.9% of other people that are all using keyboard and mouse in this game. But hey, maybe I'll get a kill. I thought I wouldn't get a kill in Warzone, and I still got one, so we'll have to wait and see. No more head for you. Oh shit, I tried to run up the stairs. Where are the stairs? Where are the stairs? There's the stairs. Alright. Oh, I think they know where I am. I should probably get out of here before I get blown up. Anybody coming up on this way? Nope, but I'm glad I moved. I would have died. So now let's get the hell out of here. Anyway, let's move on now.
Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay here at 1080p. Let's go ahead and get rid of the sniper guy first. Now you have no idea where I am, do you? Let's climb up here, fuck it. That looks like a guy standing right there. Okay. Now let's get the fuck out of here. If I jumped off the roof, I probably would have insta-died, so. And it looks like they're already going to start shooting artillery at me. Woohoo! Still though, we're getting great FPS. It looks really good, Chris. Ah, I fucked that up. That wasn't a good spot to put your head, buddy. Oh, come on. And with that, I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay. So now, let's tone her down to 720p and see how it does. And then after that, we'll go online.
Now we are going to tone it down to 720p. And this is also where it decided to try to not give me sound through the freaking capture card anymore. It's only coming through the speakers. Luckily, I got that fixed after this screen, so sorry that there's no random music. Anyway, we're going to start on Ultra, just like we did last time. So we all know Ultra's all Ultra through the whole thing, so no need to go any farther. So let's get into the game. Well, guys, let's try out some 720p on Ultra now. And hey, look at that. At least in campaign, we're getting almost 100 FPS at times on Ultra at 720. That's why I'm going to play most games, like if they're going to be a high graphical game like this, I will play at 720p with the graphics turned up. Because on the screen itself, you never really notice a big difference anyway. Now, don't get me wrong, you switch between 1080p and 720, there's still a small difference, but I'd much rather have the FPS in most games. But in older games, you can do 1080p, it seems. Hell, this one is one of them. I was able to get pretty decent FPS. So this one's one where I might stay with 1080p in campaign and just have fun with it, but I think I'm going to be ending up doing 720 for multiplayer, though. We'll have to wait and see, though. Hit him. Oh, they know where I am now. I'm not gonna lie, these thumbsticks add a little to be desired for this kind of game, too. They kind of have some major dead zone at times. And I don't think there's any way to really do anything about that on this. It's not like these are Hall effect sensors, so I don't think you can change anything with that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can recalibrate them or something, but they seem to be kind of annoying at sometimes when I'm trying to aim at people. But maybe that's just me sucking at aiming with a controller. Like I said, I'm not that great at aiming with a controller after all. Shit, they're shooting me in the ass. Anyway, let's go move on now. Let's go down to high graphics preset now. So I left everything up here the same, didn't turn it to DX12 or anything funky like that. And I can't go any farther than this. It doesn't let me scroll down. So we're on high. That's all we can see. So let's go into the game and we'll see how high does. Now we are on high graphics preset here at 720p. There we go. I was actually kind of wondering for a second there. I was like, the FPS didn't really seem that different. And then all of a sudden, it seemed to kick up to the right amount. So now we're getting right around 100 FPS. But since we were able to basically get 100 FPS and these kind of things, I'd probably just play the campaign on Ultra if I was honest. And most people, but me, I'm stubborn and I like tinkering. So I'll still do my settings and see what we can get. I don't really see anybody to shoot. So, since we're on high, might as well get high. Man, that's good stuff. So now let's just keep running around here, just a little bit here. All right, I think that's good. Let's move on. Moving on down to medium graphics preset now. So let's just scroll through here just a tiny little bit. Nothing here really changes, and I can't even scroll down, so this is almost pointless, but I still like having some setting screen. Otherwise, I'll have people saying, well, what were the settings? So, now, let's get back to the game. All right, medium preset at 720p. Let's go. Let's take this sniper out. Here we go, and then we flee. Once you shoot, you get the hell out of that location, because they're going to come a-searching in that location. And look at that, we're getting 130 FPS now. So, this seems to be pretty damn good. And medium doesn't look completely awful. Definitely not as good as high and ultra, but at least you get a nice FPS bump. Well, it seems like when you look over at certain spots, there's just certain spots where it drops frames. Down to like 100, 110, but it's not like that's too bad. I think then goes up to 120 hertz, so if you're gonna VSync it, most of the time it would be at 120 anyway. Or at least close. And it also has that badass variable refresh rate screen, so as long as you stay above 38 FPS, it's either 38 or 34 FPS. It's smooth as butter, but if you fall behind that, then it can't help it. I think it goes 32 to 34, up to 120. I think that's what the FreeSync range is on this particular laptop, handheld. I'm so used to talking about my Asus G50 Advantage, I'll call almost anything a damn laptop. Alright, let's go and move on now. I'm giving low a try now here at 720p. So again, let's just scroll down, and as you can see right here, we are on low. I would show you all the settings if I could, but trust me, they're all on low. And if they're not, it's the game's fault, because I've got the preset on right here, so it damn well better be. Anyway, all joking aside, let's get into the game. Well now, it's low time, so let's see how low does it 720p here. Honestly, I was expecting a bigger increase. If anything, I feel like we might have lost FPS. I swear over here we're getting like 138 running over here last time. So yeah, I think low actually kills FPS. I think you're better off with medium, at least at 720p. I'm gonna keep staring at this FPS counter, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it screwed us over. So there's definitely a point of diminishing returns, it seems, at 720. So yeah, for campaign, if all you care about is FPS, I'd go with medium. And if you want it to look nice and have both, you can just do my settings. I think they'll look quite nice. Well, still giving us right around the same FPS we're seeing here. Which I think is plenty for campaign. Obviously, you're going to want every little shred of FPS you can get if you're facing people. So that's why I'd probably do low if I was going to play multiplayer. But we'll still try my settings on multiplayer first. Hi, I'm going to shoot you. Oh. I can't get him, but we can get this guy. Guess that's the last cigarette he's ever gonna have. Oh, hello. I thought you were getting closer to me. Oh, son of a bitch. I shoot you. Take that. Almost died, but it was worth it. Anyway, let's go move on now. Well, let's try my settings out now. So I just wanted to show you guys we're still at 720p. I didn't change that or anything on here. Everything here is exactly as it was before, but we haven't seen the screen since the beginning of the game, so I just wanted to prove there was no funny business going on. So, here's the settings I would go with for campaign anywhere on this guy if I was going to play at 720p. And there we go. We've reached the bottom. Let's get in the game and see how my settings fare. Alright, now going along with my settings now. Let's run around and see how it does. So far it seems to, like I said, be right around what we were getting before on low, only now it doesn't look like absolute dog crap. Even blown up like this, generally speaking, games look really terrible when you play at 720p when you blow them up like this, but this game actually doesn't look that bad. Could it look better? Absolutely. Does it look bad? No, not in my opinion anyway. And I should also start specifying, anytime, unless otherwise specified, I'm always at 25 watts on turbo mode, unless somebody requests me to do a different one. Then I don't mind, but other than that, I want it to be at the Steam Deck, just running as fast as it can with the stock settings. I know I could go in and tune the watts up a little higher and just make it get the same it gets when it's on wall power, but then you're going to get even worse battery life. It barely gets an hour as it is. Then you wouldn't even be getting an hour anymore. You'd be getting more like 45 to 50 minutes or something like that if I'm doing my math in the head right, which I'm not the greatest at math, so I might be a little off, but somewhere around there. Still though, very good FPS. It's not stuttering, it's not like dropping frames like crazy. I do wish that they would include like a frame time thing underneath the FPS on this thing, but hey, at least we get anything at all. They could just not give us any on-screen stuff stock, and then they force you to go get something else, which, don't worry, I will eventually go and get MSI Afterburner. I just wanted to use this stock one for a little bit while I get some initial videos out. Alright guys, let's get ourselves a little bit of some camera recorded gameplay now at 720p here with my settings. And this thing scared me once. The audio stopped coming out of the capture computer and it was only coming out of the speakers. So I was like, okay. Well, I'm just going to try updating all the drivers. So I used my little driver booster program I got off of Steam. That's kind of how I take care of all the random stuff. I always do the
GPU drivers and stuff like that myself, but for everything else, like the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the sound, all that shit, it's great to have that one. Because then it can just take care of all that stuff. I use it on all my computers. And it was like $4 or something on Steam. And then when you're not using it, just close it and forget about it. It's not like something that always has to be running on your computer. Yeah, this game actually runs really good on here. I was starting to get a little discouraged. A lot of games weren't running so hot on this thing. And plus, it's come to my attention that this new BIOS, which apparently I have, 319, sucks. 317 is better. So I wonder if I'm gonna have to be like on my laptop where I'm always on 316 because everything else after that kind of sucked. So I wonder if I'm just gonna have to go to 317 on this guy and just never update the BIOS ever. Because if it's anything on my laptop, I'm sure I can put whatever BIOS I want on it whenever I want. As long as I go into the actual BIOS itself and not try to do it through the app. If you're trying to do it through the app, it ain't gonna work. You guys are trying to find me, aren't you? Ah, oh, horseshit. I must flee! I hear more people. Where the heck are they all? Well, no matter. I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay. So, now let's go charge this guy up and let's go do a little online.
Well, it's multiplayer time, and we're just gonna go with my settings, the same settings we were using for campaign at 1080p, and here we are. My settings 1080p, but now multiplayer. And as you can see, like I thought, FPS is nowhere near the same as it is in campaign. So this is not playable at all with my settings. Hell, it might not be playable at all at 1080p. I'm gonna turn everything to low after we get a little bit of gameplay like this. I'm just waiting until I get shot. I'm honestly surprised I'm not already dead. Oh, there we go. Yep, he was just on the hill up there like, look at that noob. What is he doing down there? I'm just gonna peck him off real quick. And it's like, well, yeah. I am not gonna do good with this controller. Alright, when can I redeploy? Oh, there we go. Where should we go to? I guess we'll go up here. Fuck it. Wow, look at that Zeppelin up there. That's pretty kick-ass. Imagine being up in that thing shooting down at the ground. Although at the same time, you're also an enormous freaking target. So I don't think something like that can take too many hits from artillery, but I'd think that, but look at how many it's tanking right now. Alright, looks like there's bad guys up there, and I am getting shot again. Fuck. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I had to at least try, damn it. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and move on? Let's go with some low competitive settings at 1080p here. Let's try that instead of my settings. So there we go. And now we got everything on low. So hopefully we'll get a little bit better FPS than we were getting before, because we were only getting like 38 before. And that is not playable for a first-person shooter, especially against people. Anyway, let's go find out how it does. Here we go, 1080p low multiplayer now. And it sure doesn't look as good anymore, but at least we're getting closer to playable FPS, but still no cigar on the 1080p. Online's a little too much for it. But I'm still hopeful for 720. I'm hoping this isn't another game that's just not playable, unless you only want to do campaign. Campaign was playable, at least on the map I picked. But I feel like most of them are gonna be very similar. Oh shit, they're throwing fucking nades at me. Oh horse shit. If I would have been a little more to the left, I would at least hurt him a little. I don't think I even hit him. Oh well. I didn't think I was gonna get very many kills. You guys, I called it before I even started, if you guys recall. But as long as you guys get to see how the thing performs, that's what more of these videos are about anyway. Though it would be cool to show off and be really good at a video game too, don't get me wrong, but there are things I'm good at and things I'm not. And playing with a controller on this with subpar FPS is not one of them. Though even if I had better FPS, I'm not good with controllers, so I'd still get my ass handed to me like I was saying before. Man, I can see bullets going in my head. They're really trying to shoot me in the noggin. Fuck you guys, I'm going over here. You guys don't play nice.
We have taken objective Duff.
We have taken an objective. All the objectives belong to us. No, not really. One of my favorite parts about this game is the destructible environments. It's pretty neat. Alright, what do we got going on here? Let's run around to the side here and see if we can't flank somebody and get me at least one kill. Anybody? No? I could have sworn I saw a bunch of them back here a second ago. Eyes must have been playing tricks on me, or they all ran somewhere else, or all died. One of the two. I got a kill assist. Ah, fuck you. Where'd you go? Where did you go, you bastard? Hey, well, somebody else got him. I'll take it. Well, anyway, let's go move on now. Well, alright, guys. Let's get ourselves some camera recorded gameplay here at 1080p on multiplayer. What a great way to start. Immediately get sniped by a guy who's just camping by a tree.
A sentry kit is available near your location.
Alright, let's follow these guys.
We are losing objective Duff.
But yeah, at least at 1080p we're not able to get 60 on multiplayer, unfortunately. Not all the time. We can touch it every once in a while, but for the most part, it's not happening. Ah, so close. I am not good at shooting with controllers, though. And I'm pretty sure 99.9% of all of these guys are all using keyboard and mouse, so it is not going to go well for me. Skip. Go over here.
A sentry kit is available near your location.
Is that guy still sitting by the tree? Anyway, though, I think that's good enough. Let's go drop it down to 720p now. So now we'll do 720p online here. And we're gonna try my settings first, and if they don't do well and we drop under 60 a bunch, then we'll just go down to medium. If I remember, medium was the best for frames when we were in campaign anyway. It might be different here, but we'll have to wait and find out. So, let's go and find out. Well, let's try out my settings at 720p here.
I should have showed him for 1080p too, but
I was thinking, well, I can just say it, but then I figured people would not be happy, so I decided to show them for this one. Alright.
Objective butter.
Apparently we have lost butter. Nobody wants to lose butter. Oh, I could have done that like 10 seconds ago. Sorry about that. I was just waiting and waiting, and I waited so long I forgot I was waiting. So yeah, it looks like even my settings can't hit a constant 60. Oh shit, we got defeated. Well, that's no fun. That wasn't nearly enough gameplay. Thank God for that pause button, though. I can easily just pause, and we can come back into the game. Now, this is at the beginning, so I feel like a lot of the times the FPS is a lot better right at the beginning, but then as more people start like getting closer and this, that, and the other thing, it starts dropping again. So we're still gonna drop things down to medium and see how that does. After we get a little bit of my settings gameplay, that is. Because at least for now, it's getting pretty good FPS. Though I have a feeling that's going to change. And even if it doesn't, it still might, because it sure wasn't doing the best when we first got in. We were dropping down to 58. And I guess that's not the end of the world, but... oh, shit. I guess that's the end of my world. I just got pooped on. Alright, next deployment. Alright, there we go. Let's deploy. Where can we deploy, though? I guess...
Objective Duff.
let's go over here. And we'll just run a teensy tiny bit here, but I think we got pretty much enough footage already.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Alright, let's move on. Well, let's try toning down the settings a little bit here. So let's go down to medium. We're still at 720p with VSync and the same field of views. I just want to show all that. And we're going to try medium, because low got us worse FPS than medium inside of the campaign. So I figured it'd be similar online, but who knows. Anyway, let's get into the game. Now we are at 720p multiplayer with medium preset here. Because it seemed like mine was still dropping under 60, just a smidgen here and there. And I know nobody wants that when they're in a first-person shooter, so I figured medium would do a little better, and it definitely does. We're right around 100 now, anywhere from like 80 to 100. It might drop under 80 a little here and there too, but I don't think it'll ever drop under 60 no matter what with these settings. Could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing, I think we're good. Ooh, I can come get this. It's like a sandstorm. Nobody should be able to see me too well.
We have taken objective butter.
Hell yeah. We got butter back. Butter. So much butter. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Damn plane. I'd shake my fist at you if I weren't dead. Alright, though we'll still get a little more gameplay. That wasn't nearly enough. But I claimed I was going to die a bunch, and I surely am. And it's not like I'm trying to die on purpose. Man, this is an intense sandstorm, though. But even with that, we're still able to get good FPS. Truth be told, I don't know if that even really affects FPS too much, but you'd think it would, wouldn't you? And alright, let's move on. Alright, guys. Let's get ourselves some 720p medium online play here. This should hopefully be able to stay above 60 the whole time. Holy balls. Oh man, it is so hard to aim with a controller. I don't know how people do it. Oh cool, somebody brought me back. Alright, let me heal a little bit by just not getting in it. Holy shit, there's so much booms. can get 1 kill, I'll be so happy. But I don't think that's going to happen in this game. I may have gotten 1 in Warzone, but I don't think it's happening here. Huh? Oh, I got thrown to the other team, I guess. But yeah, this is much better. It's completely playable. The only bottleneck is me and my skill with a key or with a controller. But anyway, I think that's plenty of 720p medium gameplay online, so now let's go wrap the video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Battlefield 1. We did 1080p, we did 720p, we did my settings, and we even did online, which my settings did not do very good at. But that's why I wanted to include them, I knew it would be different. So, hopefully this will be good enough for the guy who requested it. They also informed me this would be the first video that anyone did on Battlefield on the Ally. Battlefield 1 anyway, though by the time this actually gets posted that might not be the case anymore, but I don't care about being first that much. I just want to do this for the guy who requested the video. That's all. But in any case, handled this game pretty good. Just can't play it maxed out 1080p, especially not online. But if you just do 720p and have some realistic expectations, you can even play online and stay above 60, at least at 720p. But in any case, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.